Hey, you guys. Okay, so I'm kind of going to be on and off camera. I wanted to be on camera. I really just wanted to do a chill session with you guys, but I have to be honest, you know, I was having a conversation earlier and I thought it would be interesting. Sorry if I'm looking all over the place because I'm trying to watch the chat. I was having a conversation earlier and I really wanted to talk about some of the things we were discussing in the conversation earlier. Hey, Kenny. Razi, my hair is not always straight, but it's not that curly. That's true. But it's really straightened right now because I'm going to the islands. So my man has a reunion and then we're going to the islands. So I'm going to be traveling for about a week straight. And even though I haven't uploaded on my vlog channel in like 2 months, not because I haven't been vlogging, just because I haven't felt like editing, I'm going to be doing my editing as we travel, and I'm going to be vlogging us while we're in the islands. So I'm going to be putting all of that on my vlog channel. So yeah, so it'll be curly here in about a week because I'll be swimming in the ocean and stuff like that. But just for like the first leg of our trip. Yeah, I wanted to wear it straight. It's just a lot easier. So I want to talk to you guys about something I was talking about earlier. And I kind of feel a little uncomfortable having this conversation. So I'm probably going to go off camera. Yeah, I think so. But Kenny, it's supposed to rain the whole time we're there. But it's like going to be like 90 degrees too. So it's like, you know, like rain on and off, but I still think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be romantic. I think I get a mommy break. So I'm like really excited, you guys, because I have almost 2 weeks of just like a break. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to go off camera because I'm a little uncomfortable talking about this subject. And then I'll come back on camera so we can just kind of like talk to each other. But yeah. So I was having a conversation earlier with Obsidian and a few other people over on Ren's channel regarding men dating younger women. And as we were having this conversation, something that has been a reoccurring theme in my mind, and that's why I titled this live Straight Black Fit Pride, The Rise of the Rejects, okay? So I'm about to say a bunch of things that are super offensive, and I'm not saying them to be offensive, but I recognize they're going to be viewed as offensive because I feel like some groups of people are not allowed to talk about other groups of people. So, for example, if you are thin and fit, you are not allowed to speak on somebody who's morbidly obese. If you are straight, you're not allowed to speak on someone who is gay or transgender. If you are intelligent, you're not allowed to speak on stupid people. If you are, you know what I mean, young, you're not allowed to speak on old people. If you are a member of what is naturally preferred, then you're not allowed to speak on the people who are disadvantaged by a fault of their own or no fault of their own. So I really want to have this discussion, and I think it's going to be offensive to a lot of people, and I feel a little bit uncomfortable having it because I feel some people are going to say I'm being entitled, and that's not the vibe I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to be real. So follow me here. For example, I am a woman, right? And as a woman, I recognize that younger women are preferred, attractive women are preferred, more natural women are preferred. But if you're natural, here's the caveat, you're supposed to be exceptionally natural, right? So a natural body is preferred over an unnatural body, unless your breasts are saggy, then the fake boobs are preferred, right? Natural beauty is preferred over unnatural beauty unless you're unattractive, and then plastic surgery might up your game, right? So there are like rules, and I feel like people are begrudging the rules, and that this is the age of all of the social rejects in the world coming forward and being like, we demand that you treat us like everybody else. So you'll have somebody that weighs 500 pounds demanding to be treated like somebody who weighs 120 pounds. They want the same sexual access. They want the same social access. They want the same representation. They want to be viewed as equally desirable, even though our inclination is not to try to mate with and find attractive a 500-pound person, right? You'll have men who are 5'2", for example, upset at men who are 6'3", because taller men have an advantage over men that are really short. And so then you'll have a group of short men getting together, kind of shaming tall men for being tall. You'll have, it just goes a lot of ways. And so I guess what I recognize, like with all these movements and things like that, is that there is an energy that we have to deny what reality is, or that society has to conform so that we are all equally acceptable. And I think I really have a problem with this, right? It's sort of like, infertile women get mad when womanhood is equated to giving birth, because all women can't give birth. But that doesn't mean that womanhood and giving birth aren't kind of related. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the norm is the norm. And so I feel like whilst I can appreciate that looks aren't everything, that youth isn't everything, that, being fertile isn't everything, that being tall or being fit isn't everything, I think to pretend like these things don't matter, or that there's something wrong with people because they have a preference for certain things, like, I think that that is problematic, or that they outright dislike some things. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, me personally, I like a man that is a little bit heavier. So I don't want a 500-pound man, but I also don't like really muscular men, right? I don't like laying on somebody that is literally like laying on a brick. That look is pretty to look at, but that's not a person I want to get in the bed with. So I like something in the middle, right? Some guys like really big butts. So if you don't have a big butt, you're not going to be for that group of guys, right? But some guys don't like big butts. Some guys don't mind weave. Some guys prefer natural hair. Some guys prefer natural hair, but only if it's long, but only if it's short, but only if it's an afro, but only if it's wavy. So I feel like this idea, JV, you should come up for this. I feel like this idea that, you know, and I'm glad JV is here because I'm going to pick on women because I don't want to pick on men because I know the MGTOW guys will feel like I'm picking on them. So let me pick on women, JV and I. JV, if you guys haven't seen her, she's gorgeous, right? If you go to her channel, she's stunning. She's beautiful. She's got a head full of hair. She's got a micro waist, really nice shaped body. She's blessed up top and up bottom, right? I can't hate on her as a woman if I don't look like that. I can't shame everybody who likes the way she looks because they don't like how I look, right? Or I have really large breasts, right? And long hair. I can't have people shaming me because I've got big breasts and little tittied girls should get attention too. And I guess I'm getting sick of all these like social rejects whining about like how people don't like them. Like, dude, if you're not super young, you're young to somebody. I'm not 20, but to my man, I am young to him because I'm 10 years younger than him. Am I as young as a 20-year-old? No. Am I going to get mad at people who are 20 because they're younger and some people like 20-year-olds over women my age? No. So I just feel like this, social justice sort of, everybody has to be accepted and I have to like everybody and you're a bad person if you only like pretty people or tall people or people with big butts or, thin people. I can't, I can't really vibe with it. I feel like everyone isn't for you. Like, I'm not pretty to a lot of people. I'm not a lot of people's type. I'm not going to get in my feelings about that. Right? And for other people, they just will find me stunning because I'm just the kind of woman they like. And I think everybody has to accept that. Dude, if you're a 5'5" man, a little 5'3" man, because some men are short, there is a 4'10" woman out there for you. And you will be tall to her. Don't get mad at all these other chicks that don't want you because you're short. Like, some things are just reality. If you meet men and they only want to date women in their 20s or early 30s and you're 35 and up, go get you a man that is 10 years older, 12 years older than you. You're young to him, girl. Don't be mad at the 20, 30-year-olds. It's not their fault that there's somebody's preference, that somebody prefers women in their age bracket. Like, all the whining, and I feel like I hear the whining coming from most people who couldn't win when they were in their prime, right? So if you weren't winning when you were in your 20s, when you were in your teens, when you were in your early 30s, you are extra sour. Or if you are in your teens, 20s, early 30s, but you don't have the aesthetic that you feel everybody universally likes, people feel some kind of way. And I just really, I find that to be super fucking obnoxious. And I said, a lot of people are going to say I'm entitled, right? Because I don't weigh 300 pounds. I'm not, super unattractive. You know what I'm saying? So why do I get to say anything? And that's what I mean. Like, some people aren't allowed to be honest about the way stuff works, because if you're considered that you might have an asset that somebody else doesn't have, then it's not right of you to speak on it. I just need us to all not be delusional. Like, we can all be at our best and you're going to be ideal for somebody. Everybody likes to look at somebody who's a 10. Everybody does, but everybody cannot pull a 10. So you don't need to be a 10 and you don't need to be mad at a society that prefers beauty. Like, it's just not that serious. Everybody gets older. So we don't need to be mad at people that prefer somebody young. Like, look dude. You were young once. It was your time when you were 20. Now it's not your time. It's all right. It's not going to be the end of the world. Somebody will still want you. I promise you. If transgender people can mutilate their bodies and still get ass, like, you can get some too. Okay? If midgets are out here, I know, y'all, I'm not politically correct. I'm sorry. But if midgets are out here getting booty, you can get it too. If a crackhead can do it, you can do it too. Like, nobody should be complaining at this point, especially these young people. These young people are absolute prostitutes half the time. It's just too easy to get engaged with somebody. Something has to be very, very wrong with you if you are having that much of an issue dating. Wait, let me see what you guys are saying. Because I know I'm not like super politically correct, y'all, like in my speaking. So I don't want to be like offensive to anybody, like with my language or whatever, but I just have to say it like in a plain way. I guess that's why I just get like, I don't have a lot of sympathy for like the whining of it all. Like, shut up. Shut up. Like, if you're not winning, that's a real problem for you. That says something is wrong with you, because people are out here the most undesirable. Like, you have women out here chopping off their breasts and making penises out of arm meat who are getting in relationships. So if they're doing it, damn it, you can do it too. All right? Like, full on mentally ill people are out here in relationships. So if you are having a problem, there might be something wrong with you. There's not something wrong with society's standards. People aren't going to start loving ugliness because a bunch of ugly people get together and revolt. Women aren't going to start choosing men that are 5 foot tall because a bunch of short dudes get together and revolt. Men aren't going to start picking bald-headed, obese, you know what I'm saying, women who are unkempt because a bunch of bald-headed, obese, unkempt women get together and get mad. That's not how things are going to work. And this like new generation of people that are so entitled, they're so entitled. They feel like they deserve the very thing that they're shaming. You want to deserve the very thing that you despise. You're angry because you want something so bad you started to hate it. And life is not fair. Like, life is not fair. Some women are born with wombs that are barren. Some men are born short or with small penises. Some women are blessed with gorgeous bodies. They don't have to do anything for them. Some people can eat a ton of food and never get fat. Life's not fair. I literally say this to my little kids all the time because I feel like adults are so divided from this problem. Life is not fair. This is not equality for all. That's not how the world works. And I feel like we're in an age where people want everything to just be fair. Everybody gets a flippin' sticker. Everybody gets a prize. No, damn it, you don't get a prize. You don't get a sticker. This isn't kindergarten. We're not in preschool. I know a man, y'all, I'm not even kidding you. I know a man who is like 6'3", well endowed, flipping gorgeous, and a millionaire. Like, it's unfair. That's not fair. Why should he get all that? Why does he get to be tall, attractive, and rich and live in California? I know people look at him and probably hate him. Why does he get all that? Y'all, I don't know. But that doesn't mean that tall, attractive, rich men are bad. You know what I mean? Some people are just super lucky. But, there are equalizers out here. Like, you can do things and you have to know how to position yourselves to like get what you want. So if you're a really short dude, be fit. Be accomplished. You know what I mean? Because women have a good personality. You can pull yourself a 7 to a 10 by having a good personality and being financially established. You don't have to be super like muscular or fit, but just don't let yourself go completely. Dress clean. If you're a bigger dude, be clean. Dress nicely. Keep your hygiene up. Have a great personality. You can win too. If you're a woman, do you know what I mean? Let's say your face is a 5, but your body is an 8. Work that body. That's an 8, girl. You can get that too. Do you know what I mean? And do your 5 face so it looks like a 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, like the complaining and the whining and the, oh, women only want men that have money. They're such gold diggers. Men only want women that are pretty. Like, that's life. Like, nobody's going to stop. Women aren't going to stop wanting financial security because you're pissed about your job. Like, get to. It's not like nobody's going to change. This life isn't going to change. The hierarchy of human beings is not going to stop. Okay? It's not. So if my body is a 7, my face is an 8, and the world only likes 10s, you know what? I'm going to have to rock my 7 body, 8 face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess, like I said, it doesn't frustrate me because I already know the game. Like, I'm old. I already know the game. I already know what my assets are, what my strong points are. I don't have the expectation that every man's going to want me or that I'm going to be more attractive than every other woman in the room. Like, women are hella catty because anytime we see somebody more attractive than us, we want to feel some kind of way. Woman, God didn't stop making pretty people when he made you. You weren't the last. You aren't the elite model. Do you know what I'm saying? Some dudes are no matter how pretty you are, they're going to want a girl with green eyes because they like brown hair, green eyes. That's the look that they like. So if you've got brown eyes, you know what? He's not going to be the one for you. You can't hate on every girl with light colored eyes. I'm a dark skinned girl. I have a high yellow sister with light eyes. There are some men that are going to gravitate to my sister because she's light skinned, light eyes. That's what they like. There are some men that are going to gravitate to me. They're going to want a dark skinned girl with wavy hair. I'm going to be their type. Like, all this being upset at the next one or being upset at the woman you can't get or the man you can't get because you're not the caliber of person they want is very stupid to me. Like, there are billions of people on this planet. Move the hell on to the next individual. And then I don't like when people get what they want and then they get taken through the ringer. So you'll get a man who gets that 10 and then she takes you for every penny you have and you want to feel some kind of way about women. No, fool. You shouldn't have dated out of your league. You got took through the ringer because you were superficial, because you felt entitled. You went and grabbed somebody and she was a little too much for you to handle and you got drugged through the ringer. That happens. Just like women who think their looks are going to get them somewhere and then they get fucked and dumped and then they feel some kind of way that they got ran through. Girl, you shouldn't have led with your body. You should have known that there are men out here that get beautiful women and your body and your looks weren't going to be enough. So don't be mad. Like, I feel like young people don't know the game. Like, I don't know. Like, these attitudes, I cannot with. Wait, let me see what you guys are saying. These, this sense of entitlement, I can't with. And I mean, everybody doesn't have a parent. That's why I think as parents, we have to have real conversations with our kids. Like, I'm going to give my kids the game. I'm not going to be, not letting my children know how this world works so that they get out there and then things are like a problem for them. That I'm not going to do, but I understand a lot of people didn't have parents that gave them the game. A lot of people didn't have parents that told them what was up. A lot of people are just disenfranchised. There is a young lady here on YouTube and she is not attractive, y'all, in any way, shape, or form. This is a very unattractive woman, and she knows that she's unattractive. Her face is deformed, and I'm not saying that because she's not attractive. Like, her face is literally deformed. And she's always talking about how people are always telling her that beauty doesn't matter, and she said it's bullshit. She said it's bullshit. She says it matters, and she wishes she was beautiful. Like, if you watch her little video, I think it's like titled, "I Wish I Was Beautiful." It's like heartbreaking to watch, but like, it's real. Sometimes life is not fair. Some people hit the freaking genetic lottery, and if it wasn't you, dude, that's not fair. But this is what I also recognize, like there are degrees of beauty, right? There are people, and you would be surprised how many people probably find you attractive and find things about you attractive that you never even found attractive. Like I have features on me now that I love that when I was like 20, I didn't think were pretty. I didn't like those features. But what I had to recognize is that everybody doesn't see ourselves the way we see ourselves. Sometimes you think you're fine as hell, other people don't. One person's fat ass is another person's fat woman, right? There's a girl on here, I can't remember her name, another Black female YouTuber. She's really, really thick. And I've seen a lot of people call her fat. Other people think she's body goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, beauty is subjective to a point, like to a point though. I'm not going to say beauty is subjective just fully because it's not subjective fully. Like some people really are just ugly. Some people really are just fat. Some people really are just short. Like that's real too. But like I said, if you have these weirdos out here winning, you as a regular person with a decent personality, you can win too. Because you have full on bizarre people winning. Full on people where I'm like, who could want to be in a relationship with you? Winning. Jeffree Star is on here weird as hell winning. He's got a partner. As weird as he is. If that androgynous looking white dude can get somebody, you can too. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Bow Wow, the most socially awkward man-child looking man on the planet, still got some vagina. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to marry him because he's a weirdo, but I'm just saying, like, if these weirdos can win, you can too. Most of us are not weirdos. So we don't have to begrudge people who are blessed with more than us, and we don't have to get on the social justice bandwagon and try to make everything equal opportunity. Like, this mess is not equal opportunity. That's not the real world. It is what it is. You know, if you have children, yes, there are men out there that will take you with your children. You know, my man personally doesn't date women who haven't given birth to children. We're from California, y'all. You know, there are some very passable transgenders. He's like, you need to have bled and birthed a child. That's his standard. There are other men that never want a child to pass your womb, like never. You can't be mad if you have kids at the dude that doesn't want a woman who's had kids. That's not the one for you. We don't have to shame them. Hell, I tell my son not to date a woman with kids. I don't see why he should. He's young, he's in his 20s, he's gorgeous. You don't need a woman with kids. You don't even need to date a woman that's not a virgin, is what I tell him. Like, your standards can be super high. You're young and attractive. You don't have to take anything. You can take whatever you want. Like, you're winning right now. You are young and beautiful. So get the absolute top of the line model you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be mad at it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Rozzy Bow Wow is rich. That's why he gets sex. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there are equalizers. We can't be mad at men that have money. There are a lot of weirdos who get women simply because they have money, not because anybody likes them. Hugh Hefner is another example. Nobody liked that old man, but he had money. He had the opportunity to introduce women to people with money. Like, there are equalizers out here. That's not fair, but that is the reality of the thing. And I feel like everybody wants to be like their babies. And we're in middle school. And oh my gosh, so-and-so doesn't like me. And, you know, only pretty people win. And you mean nobody's going to accept me for the body I have? But you know what? Here's the thing. I'll tell you something else I don't like, though. I don't like people who are literally like threes talking about other people and casting judgment on other people like you are such a flipping prize. Like, no. Sometimes I'm in these chat rooms and I'm like, you flip on your camera and you are ugly and out of shape and you live in a shoebox, but you got everything to say about a 7. No, you don't get to do that. Like, I mean, you can, I can't stop you, but I'm just saying you look dumb as hell. Because in the real world, if you and that 7 met on the street, you wouldn't stand a chance. And I mean, that's not fair. That's not politically correct. That's not socially sensitive. You know, my man tells me that he hates when I say retarded because, you know, I use the word retarded liberally because a lot of things are retarded, as in stunted as hell. Like a lot of people are like emotionally, morally retarded, mentally retarded. You have a lot of like 50-year-old, 40-year-old men out here that think they're 20. That's retarded to me. But, you know, to each their own. Somebody's going to like that. You know, you have people on here, you know, they're losers, but they're telling you how to win. You know, people who go off, move to countries where all the women are super poor. Like that's a move for some people. I'm going to go move to the Dominican Republic. I'm going to go move to Thailand, where there's a lot of attractive women who are poor that I would never have access to, but I can get access to because to them I'm going to have money. Is it a sleazy thing to do? Sure. But unfortunately, that's the way the world works. And they will get an attractive woman in a poor country because for her, that's a come up. To me, you're going to be pathetic. I would clearly be out of your league, but you know what? Good for the woman that came up. I'm not going to knock it. Like the Philippines, exactly, Kenny. Like people go, you use it all the time too, not Nikki. I know. And my man hates that. He's like, you've got to stop saying retard. Like he literally holds his breath. He literally holds his breath every time I end, because he knows, like, y'all, I'm not, look, I'm not on the politically correct bandwagon. You guys have seen some of my videos. I just don't care about that stuff. I'm not trying to coddle every single person's feelings. Like, the only babies that I coddle are the ones that came out of my womb. Otherwise, no coddling goes on over here, especially not amongst adults. I don't think that a bunch of adults need to be in a room flipping, you know, rubbing each other's tummies and patting each other's backs. Like, that's just stupid. Well, Rozzy, ugly is subjective to a point. Let's not be crazy. Ugly is subjective to a point, Rozzy. There are some people who are universally unattractive. Just period. Just period. I'm not going to start pulling up pictures of people, but we could do that. But there are some people who are genuinely unattractive. That's why I use that young lady as an example. Nobody's going to look at her and say that she's attractive. And she's done nothing to deserve being unattractive. It just is what it is. She's got a beautiful spirit and somebody could fall in love with that. But physical ugliness is subjective only to a point. Like you may not, you know, you might like light skin, dark skin. You may like brown eyes, green, purple eyes. You might like straight hair, curly hair. That's all subjective. But there are genuinely ugly people out here. Everybody is not beautiful in their own right. That's like saying every baby is attractive. Every damn baby's not cute. Some babies are ugly. It's rare that it happens, but y'all, it does happen. But I think that it's, oh, Dillard Pat said beauty is in the eye of the beholder. To a point, Dillard Pat, to a point. But what I will say is this, if you are not the most beautiful person, because see, let's not confuse an average looking person with somebody who's like, beautiful is one thing, right? Some people are unequivocally beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Some people are unequivocally ugly. Most people are somewhere in the middle, right? So you may not be attractive to somebody, but not being attractive and being ugly are two totally different things, right? Because what's attractive to one person may not be attractive to another person. You know, all these white girls starving themselves to be super, super skinny, that's attractive to their men, right? Some men like that wafy, underfed look. Some men don't like that look. Me personally, I have a weight that I am not allowed to go under because I'm already petite because my man likes me at a certain size. He doesn't like really skinny women. So I cannot be really skinny even though I'm naturally very petite. So the size that I am now is ideal for the man that chose me. To some other people, I'll be fat. Like if you like people who are a size 2, you're going to think that I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? To other people, I might be skinny. Like, you know, some things are subjective, but I don't think everything is subjective. Like nobody's going to look at a burn victim who's burned 90% of their body and is severely deformed and go, that person is physically beautiful. They may be a beautiful person. And people become more attractive the longer you're around them. Do you know what I mean? The more time you spend with the person, the more you're emotionally connected to them, the more attractive they become. But on first sight, I do believe that there is a such thing as being beautiful or being ugly. But most people are not beautiful and most people are not ugly. Most of us are in the middle. Most of us are in the middle spectrum. And so we shouldn't be doing that bad because we're like everybody else. Hi, Rashawn. Who are we to be judging people's looks, though? My aunt was called ugly in high school. The kids put a bloody pad. What? And said it was her face. What? That's disgusting. That's like an evil thing to do. Well, those people were ugly on the inside. But Charisse, I mean, who are we to be judging people's looks? I mean, I guess none of us are anybody, right? But the thing is that the reality is we do judge each other's looks. We do. Even babies do. That's just the reality. We are attracted to cute things. We like cute puppies. We like cute children. We like cute adults. Nobody's going to suddenly turn blind and not acknowledge somebody being beautiful. Like we do that. That's like we do it automatically. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's still reality. But the thing is that there's nothing wrong with it because there's always somebody for you. There's always somebody that's going to find you beautiful. There's always somebody that's going to find you valuable. It just may not be the person you specifically want. And I think that's the real problem that people have is I can't get that man. I can't get that woman. Right? That's people's real problem is I can't have the exact person that I want. There's a prototype of a human being that I personally want that I don't have access to. And I think that's why a lot of people are lonely and miserable. Because they don't want to be judged by a certain standard, but they have a standard of what they want, and they're inflexible with it. So, I mean, who are we? I mean, nobody. In a perfect world, we'd all be blind, right? Nothing would matter. Appearance wouldn't matter. Size wouldn't matter. Color wouldn't matter. Attractiveness or lack thereof wouldn't matter. But this is not a perfect world. Like this is the world that we live in. And so we have to separate our idealism from like reality. Diller Pat said, I don't care what a man thinks of my beauty. I don't care what random men think of my beauty, but I care what my man thinks of my beauty. Like I want him to be attracted to me. And honestly, I like a compliment. I'm not even going to lie. I can't even say I don't care what people think. I'm not going to let people drag my beauty, right? But everybody likes a compliment. I don't know many people who can be told, wow, you look nice today. You're so pretty. Or, you know, that's a gorgeous dress or that's a perfect color for you and not enjoy that. So I think we all do care to a point because everybody likes a compliment. And you wouldn't enjoy that if that validation wasn't something that you cared about. I don't know many people who like legitimately don't get a compliment and it makes them feel good. So I feel like we all care to a point. And I mean, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. Caring about what people think is half of what keeps society from, spiraling into an absolute shithole, right? There's a lot of things that are not socially acceptable, and people don't do them because they care what people think, you know? Yeah, that's true, Kenny. We all judge somehow what beautiful is, and people usually want what they generally can't have. It's common. Oh, Cassandra said, I guess we judge because people equate beauty to health. That's true. I think that that's probably true. Yeah, I agree with Non-Nikki Charisse. Non-Nikki said, in reality, people judge based on off looks all the time, and that she's sure her aunt is beautiful to other people in her life. That's true. And don't get me wrong, like when we talk about looks or height or weight, like all of that is superficial, right? That's on site. But then you get to know a person after that, which is why I said earlier, you have a lot of women who are beautiful who think they're going to get somewhere with their looks and get ran through because their looks aren't as valuable as they thought they were, right? Looks are valuable, but they're not the only thing that matters. You have people who get picked as the wife or the husband because they bring other things to the table other than their physical appearance. So, like I said, everybody wins. That is how, and sometimes you don't have to bring anything to the table, like I said, because these weirdos are out here winning. So I feel like regular schmegular people can win too. But we don't have to begrudge the status quo or pretend like, it doesn't exist or something's wrong with it or become social justice warriors to win. We could just win in our own right as long as we accept that we're not going to be for everybody. I'm not going to be for everybody. You're not going to be for everybody. Like, we're all not going to be for everybody. And that's why I said straight, black, fit pride, because it's taboo to be straight. It's taboo to be in shape. It's taboo to be attractive. I should have thrown that in there. Like everything is taboo, but there's no need for that. We don't have to make these things taboo. It's okay for that to be the standard because there are variants on that standard. And we know that that's only the most superficial base level of the thing. Not to mention, to some degree, these things are subjective. What is attractive to one is not attractive to another. To a degree, though, only to a degree. Yeah, Dillard Pat, I actually know a man who is flippin' gorgeous. And he has the personality of a brick. But see, there's somebody for him too. There are some women who are not intelligent, but they are really pretty. And there are some men who do not want conversation. They do not want a woman, challenging them conversationally. And so that woman can win with that man. There are other men, like I know my man, he is very insistent that you can stimulate him mentally. He expects to be able to have an in-depth conversation on a variety of topics with his partner. He wants somebody that's not going to embarrass him when he takes you to meet his colleagues. So a woman who doesn't have a lot to say or doesn't have a lot on her mind, that is not going to be an ideal choice for him. But I know another brother who is very accomplished. He's a basketball coach and he literally answers every question. He's a jock. Like, in all honesty, he's perfectly sweet. He's a sweet, sweet dude, obviously masculine, coaches basketball, well off. But literally, I personally hate talking to him. Like, we're friends, but like, have you ever met a person that answers like in one word? And for the longest time, I was like, is it that I don't know how to have a conversation with him? No, he's that simple. He just likes to play video games and give one word answers. Like, that is really who he is. I could never be with a person like that. That's why we're friends. Okay. Because I could not, it would drive me insane. Like, dude, pick a verb. Can I get a sentence? Can I get three? How was your day? Fine. What'd you do? Coached. Oh my gosh. I want to rip my hair out every time we talk. I'm like, how? Why? Like, is this you? But for somebody else, like, I know people that are really chill like that. Me, I like a good debate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fight. I don't want us to like be fighting, but like I like stimulation. Like I've got to be mentally stimulated. I would die in a relationship with somebody like that. But somebody else like will love him. Will love that personality. For a lot of guys, I talk too freaking much. Like I'm the person, I want to hear everything about your day. Some men love that. Some men love to talk about themselves. So they will love me because I want to know. Other men like, no, woman, just shut up and please make me a meal. I like silence when I get home. So, like, of course, the looks thing are first level, but it matters. Dillard, see, so Dillard Pat doesn't so much care about the appearance thing, but the intellectual thing matters. And it's like that for some people. Everybody has a standard, like I said. Cassandra said, I definitely get shamed for taking care of myself. I like to look good so people think I'm stuck up on site. Yes, I get that a lot too, Cassandra. I'm really high, like what people would call high maintenance, right? I like to go to the spa. I spend a significant time conditioning my hair, y'all. I condition my hair like it's a job. You know, I dress up. Like this is something now my man dresses up because he pretty much wears a button up every day of the week. But even for him, I'm very dressed up. So I just like to dress up. I dress up to go to the grocery store. Y'all, I wear heels to the grocery store. I dress up to go to the library. I dress my girls up. If you guys have ever been to my vlog channel, I dress my girls like they're little dolls with like 8-inch bows in their hair. Like I'm real over the top. Y'all, I'm a Leo. I'm really over the top. And that's just how I like it. That's not for everybody. I don't wear makeup every day, but like I like makeup. You know what I'm saying? I like to put it on. I don't mind going camping, but I'm the sort of person that likes to, you know, glam camp. Like, can we take a trailer? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we have a portable shower? So, like, that's not going to be for every person. Like, every guy's not going to like that. Some guys, like really athletic girls that don't wear makeup, just throw their hair up in a ponytail and put on a pair of biker shorts and are ready to go. I probably wouldn't be good for them because, I wear shoes that are only good from walking from the car to a restaurant. You know what I mean? Will I go hiking? Sure. But I don't like bugs like that. So, like, I'll do it, but like, I'm not going to be doing that crap all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but see, there's somebody for everybody. You know what I mean? I remember when my man first met me, uh, he used to be like really chubby. Okay. So the thing is that, y'all, I like chubby guys. So he showed me this picture of him, like he was revealing something. I was like, oh, okay. And I guess I didn't recognize what he was trying to show me in the picture was that he was bigger. But see, I like big dudes. Some women like really fit guys. I like a big guy. Like the taller, the larger, like the better. Like a guy would have to be pretty large for me to feel like he was too large. So, and like that's not everybody's thing, you know? And I feel bad sometimes because I was listening to some fit chick and she was talking about how like some people like fat, you like have a fat fetish And so they're always trying to feed, you know, their spouse and stuff to keep them happy. And I'm that one. Like, y'all, I bake. I bake a lot. Like, if you go to my vlog channel, like I bake every day. And I expect people to eat my baked goods, okay? Like, eat it. Now, I don't want to be fat because I'm a woman, so I think women are better smaller. So I stay as thick as my man likes me, right? So I'm a little thicker now than I would like. And when I vlog, when I go to the islands, you guys will see like about my size because I don't stand up much in my videos. So I'm still petite, but I'm thicker than I'm used to being, right? I'm used to being like pretty tiny because I'm only 5'2". But this is the size he likes. Now, the compromise is that like there's a size that I like too. So there's like, I don't like a skinny dude. I don't like a muscular dude. Like, I like to feel when I'm next to a man, I like to feel really, really tiny. So if you're a big dude, like, you're going to win with Irene. Do you know what I mean? But other women have different standards. I know a lot of women who only like tight bodies. So if you got a little tummy on you, you know, I'll worship a little tummy. Another woman will be disgusted. Like, dude, can you do a sit up? Could you eat one less hot dog? You love banana pudding? Oh, me too. Yes. I love banana pudding too. I love banana pudding too. So Cassandra said she gravitates towards people with nice butts that are fit. Yes, some women are into that. Yeah, exactly, not Nikki, like a teddy bear, exactly. I like the look of men that are muscular, but I don't like the feel of like laying on top of somebody hard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that feeling. So for me, and I also need somebody that's able to freaking eat. Like, I want you to eat my food. You know, like, I don't want you counting your macros so much because I like to cook and I like to eat. And so we need to be able to do that together. I need to be able to, you know, like, my man loves oatmeal cookies. I need you to be able to eat like 10 of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to, you know, but like, everybody's different. Everybody's different in what they like. Do you know what I'm saying? And like what they vibe with. I got a lot of heat when big butts became popular, y'all. I don't have a big butt. So I don't have a flat butt, but I don't have a big butt, like, not even close. I'm really top heavy. You know what I'm saying? I also have a really high waist. So I have like a 28-inch waist, but I have a tiny torso and like long legs and large breasts. So that is a very particular body type. Some people are totally into my body type. Some people aren't. So the dude that wants like, you know, a micro waist and a giant butt and really big hips, like, I'm not going to be the one for him. And that's okay. I still like my body. I look at women and I'm like, a lot of women are attractive. And I think men have to recognize that too. Like, there's this weird thing going on with like men's jawlines, and a good, strong jawline is attractive. Don't get me wrong. Like, that is sexy. No lie. But like, it's not that deep. If you're a guy and you have a really good personality, like, you can win out here. Because women we're way more versatile in what we find attractive in men than men are with women. Like, there is a kind of a prototype that women have to fit into, and you can be any variant of the prototype, but like, life is hard when you're a woman. But men, y'all can win because we are very liberal. Women find a lot of stuff attractive. Like, if you can make a woman laugh, like, don't be a clown. But if you're like funny and you've got a good personality and you aren't like super cheap, you're winning out here. I mean, something would have to be very wrong with you for a woman not to like you. Hi, India. Some people don't like food because, well, they like it, but you know, like, food is the enemy because they don't want to be, you know, they don't want to get fat. You know, there's a lot of stuff my man doesn't eat. Like, first of all, I like pork. I can't eat pork because my man doesn't allow me to eat it. But I like bacon, I like ribs. I can't eat it, so he doesn't eat that. He also, like, likes to eat a lot of, like, vegan-based foods. He's not a vegan, but he eats, like, a lot of plant-based foods. I used to be a vegetarian, so I'm, like, okay with that, but, like, at the same time, I like lamb and stuff too. So, some people won't eat certain things because even if they love food, they can't eat it because they're busy trying to maintain a certain physique. Charisse, I like teddy bear looking men. The thing is, you're going to get a little bit of a titty. You're going to get like an A cup if you get a teddy bear man. But I don't want any like C cups or anything. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how big you are. Because if you are like, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", you know, 350, I could tolerate that. Like there could be some forgiveness there. Okay. There's too much going for you at that point. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Lamb is like my favorite kind of meat. Lamb and then pork ribs. I can't lie. Pulled pork, pork ribs, bacon. I'm surprised my man and I are even together because we told this story here on my channel, but like on our first date, like our first date, right? We went to Napa and we were at this really posh buffet and I just got a plate full of bacon, y'all, because I eat. I just got a heaping plate of bacon. And when I say heaping, I mean like think what would be too much bacon and then quadruple that. And that's how much bacon I put on my plate. And I ate it all because I flipping love bacon and I've never had bacon since. I've never had any, I've not had pork since. I'm really devastated because I really like it. But I'll stick with lamb. But he doesn't eat lamb. But lamb is so good to me. But Xander, like some women like that. It is what it is. A lot of people don't like fupas. So I have a really flat stomach, but I have a little fupa. And when it's my time of the month, you'll see in some of my videos, I get like a little tiny tummy. And some people don't like that. But I've had kids. And so, a week and a half to 2 weeks out of the month, I have a little bit of a tummy because I'm a woman and I'm still fertile. So I get bloated and I get PMSy. Some people can't tolerate that. But you know what? My body's still banging. So I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? But for some people, that's a deal breaker. So I feel like sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. I guess the moral of this story is like, there's nothing wrong with loving beauty. There's nothing wrong with loving youth. There's nothing wrong with loving a fit body. We don't have to create these weird movements to bash people who fit the norm of what society deems as attractive. Because at the end of the day, that's a first sight sort of thing. And it's going to remain that way. There's not going to be like ugly love or fat love, or that's not happening. Okay. It's just not. But that's only the surface level stuff. And you can hedge the bets in your favor with other qualities. Plus, everybody also has preferences. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying? So, like, 500 pounds is too much for me, but somebody's going to like it, but it's never going to be the norm. But I like a big dude. So, every dude doesn't need to be fit because there's women out there, you see them in the chat who like that size. If you're a short dude, you don't need to be mad because women like tall men. I hear so many men complaining, after she spends her 20s having sex with all the 6 foot and up men. Look, dude, women are tiny. I'm 5'2". Somebody 5'7" is tall to me. Go get yourself somebody 4'11", 5 foot. You will be tall to her. You'll be tall to her. You don't have to be pissed off because women have a preference for tall men. That's not going to change. Women aren't going to suddenly embrace 5'3" men because y'all band together and get mad. So I feel like we can, like, it's okay. All of us women who don't have big butts, we don't need to band together and attack the women with big butts. Let them have their big booties. Somebody will love your butt. Everybody doesn't want a huge butt. Okay? Big breasted women, little breasted women, we don't have to infight. It's okay. Some people like them big, some people like them little. Most men don't care. They're just happy you have them at all. I'm just saying, like, we don't need an acronym every time somebody feels disenfranchised. Like, it's not that serious. We don't need to hate on each other. It's not that deep. Katina asked, did I always want to be a homemaker, or where you are in life now? Did you always want to be married with kids? Yes, I did. I was actually talking to my man about this, not last night, but I think the night before last we were talking about this. Because he wanted to do a live about this man that was saying his wife, who was pregnant with twins, was like doing all this stuff. And I was saying I grew up around lots of traditional families. Like, I could not think of any family that wasn't traditional that I grew up around, other than like people being single. But like, it was always male-led households. The men were always the breadwinners. The women were always expected to be educated. And a lot of them had businesses, but they were businesses like daycares or catering or, stuff like that. So I've always just wanted to be, I don't want to say just like it's nothing, because I think it's an important job, but I wanted to be a wife and a mother. And I love being a wife and a mother. I get a lot of pleasure just from being a mom, from being a wife. Like, that makes me super happy. And that's not for every woman or anything. And it's not like I've never had a career. You guys know I worked in commercial real estate for 12 years, but I was fortunate in that I was able to bring my babies to work with me. I kept my own schedule. I had a client list, so I didn't work for anybody. So my working years were very different than a lot of women. But yeah, I've always wanted to be that. Like, it makes me really happy. And I think nowadays women are put down for wanting to be wives and mothers, or for being more traditional. And I think that's so unfair, because there is no more important job than being a mother. There is no more important job. That is such an important job. And being a wife is not easy. Like, if you're really running a household, I homeschool, I run a house, that's like a lot of work. And and I feel like that is really frowned upon. Women are shamed for having children. Like, if I could have more children, I would. I have a lot of kids, you guys. If I could have more kids, I would. But my man's not going to give me any more. So I'm going to have to make do with my 4-year-old, will probably be my last baby. But, like, and I've been a mom for a long time. You guys know my eldest child is 25. So I'm like a veteran mom. You know what I mean? I've lived the life of two moms at this point, because I have kids like in multiple generations. But that makes me really happy. And I think women should be really comfortable with that. Yeah, Dillard Pat. And I feel a lot of women feel that way. Whenever I meet a woman that's like working, you know, I always ask, like, because I'll have my babies with me, and you'll have waitresses or different people. And it's not just, those blue collar workers. I knew a woman that worked for social services, and she had to pump her milk in a bathroom. So here at social services, she's pumping her milk in a bathroom, and she can't be with her baby. Like, that doesn't make any woman happy. I've never met a woman with a baby who's like, yeah, I'd rather not be at home with my baby. So that's why I promote traditional gender roles. I feel like there is no crime in a woman wanting financial stability, because when we really look at it, ideally, a woman will get pregnant, have a human being in her body, give birth to that baby, and should be able to spend time at home with her baby. And that can't happen if your partner's not financially stable. So, some things aren't going to change. That doesn't mean that the broke guys have to get mad at the guys with money. But there is like a pragmatic aspect to why we choose the way that we choose. And it's not to devalue the person, because people still matter, personalities still matter, but some things are going to be the way they are, which means that some people are going to be more advantaged. And life's not fair. It just is what it is. Oh, they have to have pumping rooms now? Yeah, because that pisses me off. Like, some things really make me mad. Like I'm not a feminist. But if I were a feminist, I would do it right. And it wouldn't be about like not liking men. It wouldn't be about not liking men. It would be about things like making sure that women have sanitary care, making sure that women have time off to spend at least the first 2 or 3 years of their lives, of their child's life with their child. Daycares and workplaces. I think it's weird you can bring dogs to work, but not babies. I almost lost my client list because, like, my largest client, I almost lost him because I gave birth to my 4-year old. And, you know, I really thought I was going to be in trouble. But finally, he had to break down and let me bring my baby to work. Like, if you can bring a freaking dog, I can bring a baby. Okay. So, and I did. And when my baby, started loud talking, he got around 10 months and he was like, ah, blah, 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 blah. You know how they do. They can't talk, but they try to talk and they do it really loudly. Like at that point, I I started to not bring him to the office, but like I feel that women should have that luxury. I know places in San Francisco, I have a client or an ex-client whose building had a dog run for the dogs. Like they went out of their way to accommodate these little beasts. So, I think if feminism was like a real thing, it would look more like that. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be about men. It wouldn't be about hating men. It would be about just empowering women because there are certain things that are unique about us as women because we do get pregnant, we do give birth. I would want like period time so you could like telecommute when you're having your cycle. Sorry to scare all the men out of the chat, but like I know I'm exhausted as heck. I have really high estrogen, so I have a 7-day cycle, and all I want to do is sleep. Like I'm flipping exhausted. I'm wrecked. I feel like you should be able to telecommute on those days. Like that would be feminism to me. Not fighting with men and whining about men and talking about equal pay with men. Like, dude, you're not going to get totally equal pay because our needs are different as women. We're going to take more time off. We're normally the primary caregiver. Like, other things come into play here. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't know, like life's not fair. I guess that's the moral of the story. Life is not fair, y'all. Everything is not a social flipping cause. We don't need an acronym and a social justice movement for everything. Okay? Because we're losing sight of like reality. Like life is becoming a kindergarten class where everybody has to feel validated. Everybody has to be told they get a gold sticker. Everybody has to be told their way is good and nobody should not like you because of this or that. And that's just not reality. And I feel like we're raising a generation of people, like so my 7-year-old cries a lot. She's a little girl, she cries a lot. She doesn't like for people to say mean stuff about her. And I literally tell her, like, stop crying. Because the reality is everybody's not going to like you. That's the reality. Everybody's not going to like you. It's like the gay people want everybody to like them. Everybody doesn't have to like you. Everybody doesn't have to validate you. That is called real life. That's called being an adult. I'm not with this new movement of like the rejects of society coming forth and trying to shame everybody for being normal. Like, no, I'm not going to be shamed for being normal. That's what I'm not going to do. We're not going to start pretending like things that truly matter don't matter. This stuff matters. whether it's fair or not. Like, life's not fair. Get a grip. That's really the moral of the story. Life's not fair, get a grip. So with that said, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to tomorrow I'll probably do like a chill session, like a real one where I come on camera and stuff, because after that I start my vacation. Yay, I'm so excited, y'all. So excited. And to my 100 subscribers on my vlog channel, I'm sorry that I have not posted any vlogs, but I will be editing all the footage I've been collecting, and I will be vlogging while I'm in the islands. So I cannot wait to leave the mainland, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. And I'm super excited. I'm so happy that I get 2 weeks child-free, just being an adult. And oh my gosh, y'all, I'm gonna wear a bikini. So I have publicly been like, people complain about my cleavage, and I'm like, but I wouldn't wear a bikini in public, because I don't. But we're going to the islands, and I have been instructed to purchase bikinis and wear them. So because I've been told that I have to do this, I'm going to be doing it. So now everybody can feel free to shame me back because I'm going to be in a bathing suit. but yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to our chill session tomorrow. I'll come on camera. It'll be fun. I was embarrassed kind of talking about this today because I feel like it's a harsh topic. And I felt like you guys were really sweet. I felt like I was going to get a lot of pushback for it because, like I said, you don't get to say certain things without people, trying to make it like you're trying to be mean or things like that. And yeah, you guys know I'm not ever really trying to be mean unless I'm really trying to be mean. And I just wasn't. I was just being real. Grow up. No, okay. That's the moral of the story. We're adults. Grow up. So with that said, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.